What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another Livewire Sports Media update, another fever forecast. Well, CC has made history, y'all. She has made history. That elusive triple double that she was coming close to get, she finally got it today. But more importantly, the Indiana Fever secured a major win today over the New York Liberty, where the New York Liberty was the top team in the league. And the Fever had lost to the Liberty 3 times, pretty soundly. Now, when I woke up this morning, I was on this Twitter chat, and I told everybody, I said that we win in this game today. I just had this feeling that we was going to win this game today. And the thing about it is that after last night, the Fever was on the road 5 straight games. Came back home. They put on their red jerseys. And usually when they put on the red jerseys, they win the game. We was concerned about lineup situations. We saw the lineup change last week. A couple of games ago against the Aces, where Katie Lou was in the game. Today, Katie Lou started again, but Timmy VanDerveer was out for her thumb. Now, she might be able to play on Wednesday this week because they're at home again. So they got a lot of time to get a lot of rest and be ready to run again against the Mystics. But after last night contest with the Sparks and the Sky winning their contest over top teams, all eyes was on this Indiana Fever team to see if they was going to be able to secure a major win. Now, the Fever started out strong in the first quarter. Make no mistake about it. They started out strong in the first quarter. CC set the tone right off the rip. She had 11 points in the first quarter. She was really pushing the pace. She was running out. Then she got a little tired towards the end of the first, going into the second, where Christy Sires made a adjustment. She kind of like took out Aaliyah Boston. I think she took out Caitlin. I think Mitchell as well, and she put Dantes, Wheeler, and Wallace in. But they only played a little bit, and that's when Liberty started making their little push in the second quarter. But they only outscored the Fever by 5 points. And when the Fever went into halftime, I think a 2-point lead, something like that, 2-point lead at halftime. But then in the third quarter, the Liberty came out strong. It was coming out strong. The Fever couldn't hit shots. And the thing about it is, throughout this game, it was a lot of tempo. There was fast, slow. The Fever played, to me, I feel like the Fever played 2 types of offense today. They played the fast pace, and then they kind of like played inside a little bit more. They was a little bit more aggressive than I have seen them in past games. But this game meant a lot. But the surprising thing in this game was Damaris Dantes. She came in, she hit a 3 in the second quarter. And then she went out, she played a little bit, then she came back in the second half. And she scored 7 points off the bench. 7 points. That is crucial. And I kept saying this a lot in a lot of my videos, is that we need bench scoring. Bench scoring is very crucial for this team. We had a total of 15 points total off the bench. 6 by Lexi Hall, 7 by Dantes, and 2 by Wheeler. And Dantes only played 7 minutes in that stretch. 7 minutes. She was 3 from 3 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3-point land, and 7 points. That's perfect. And I kept trying to tell people that Dantas, once she get her legs, once she get in shape, she is a viable asset coming off that bench because she can stretch the field. She gives Cece a nice screen. I told y'all, she could set screens. And if Cece curls off and start knocking down her shots and get her legs under her, she's going to be even deadlier. Dantas has that range. She's that other 3-point threat on the outside. She comes in. If you take away 2 more minutes from Wallace and Wheeler and give it to her, you're going to have her in the game. She's going to. And then you got to think about it. Timmy Fanbelly wasn't in the game. She didn't play. So it's going to be interesting to see how, when Timmy comes back, how they really, to me, honestly, I would not put Wallace back in. I would not. I would use Lexi Hall as the other ball handler off the bench. Lexi Hall, I told y'all, Lexi Hall plays defense. She's a dribble. If you haven't seen her highlights at Stanford, because you know she played with Cameron Brink over there. But the fact of the matter is, this team was resilient. They didn't let them win. The biggest lead of the game, the biggest lead of the game was 12 for the Fever, 11 by the Liberty. Then points in the paint, we had 42 points in the paint. And see, if you look at the Liberty, really, you could really beat them up inside. It's really, you can beat them up inside because Breonna Stewart, she had, I think, 4 fouls, and that kind of took her game a little bit from her. So that left Lainey Hamilton and Ionescu to filter all the points. Jacquel Jones, she's pretty good, but at the end of the day, she has to guard. And that's what we have to do is take really the mismatch. Because Cece was running them. Cece was running them out there on the perimeter, and you could see Lainey was trying to keep in front of her, and especially when Cece in the third quarter, when the game started getting really close and tight, Cece hit that 3-point play on her because all Cece got to do, because they didn't want her to start hitting them threes. Now, she did get some open looks, but you could tell how the Liberty defense was playing her in the second half. They was like really concerned because she went off in the first half. Yeah, she didn't score as much in the second half, but she stayed efficient. Her teammates stayed efficient. I mean, if you look at the box score right now, Lainey Hamilton had 20 points. Breonna Stewart had 14, like I said. Nescu had 22. She started coming on late in the second half. And see, if we go back to the Aces game, if we had put Lexi Hall in that game against and let her play Kelsey Plum, we would have clawed back in the game. We probably would have won that game. So, and then if you look at Katie Lou Sampson had 5 points. She hit a 3. You know, she had 3 fouls, but she played 26 minutes. She did a fairly good job, and she only had 2 rebounds, but her body presence was enough because she had to stay out. And that's what I'm telling you. Teams that like to shoot. Next week when we play Minnesota, I tell you the truth, we were going to beat Minnesota. It's because they small. But I love the way finally that Chrissy Sides, and I don't have to give Chrissy Sides credit. I'm not going to beat her up this video. I'm not going to beat the team up because there's still a lot of room for growth. Finally, Chrissy Sides allowed her superstar to be a superstar today. She gave the reins to Caitlin and allowed Caitlin to do what she needs to do. And when things, soon as she knew that she used her timeouts, because when in the third quarter, when the Liberty was making a push, she called a timeout because it was up 7. She called a timeout to slow the momentum down. You know what I'm saying? And then when the Fever made a run, the Liberty kind of pushed the lead a little bit. But going into the fourth quarter, they was able to do the things that they needed to do. You see what I'm saying? This is all we all been asking for, how this team needs to play. This team is finding their ways. And there's going to be a problem in the second half of the season once they get that month rest and come back and get their legs completely and their bodies completely under them. It's going to be a problem. So, but CC has so much command. I mean, congratulations to her, because she's the first rookie to ever record a triple-double in the WNBA and for the Indiana Fever, period. She was unconscious. This girl put in work today. She put in work, especially after what Reese did last night with 27 and 10. And people was talking trash. Her teammate, Kennedy Carter, was out there talking about, oh, she's the real rookie of the year. She's the rookie of the year. Well, guess what? Y'all can't say nothing, because a lot of people, I knew they really thought New York was going to beat us. And it was like Caitlin was going to have a bad game. And that they was hoping for that. That's not going to happen, guys. Caitlin, the more she get comfortable with this league, the more she starts seeing things, she's going to become more and more unstoppable. She's going to be a player that you're going to have when you're the number one scouting for the opposition on the scouting report. Guess what? That's telling you something right there and there. That tells you something. So let me run down the stats real quick. Katie Lou had 5 points, 26 minutes. Melissa Smith played an excellent game. She missed some stuff, but she really hustled behind off today. And then she was, let me see for the free throw. Let me see what she had from free throw standpoint. She was 4 for 6 for the free throw line. When she missed that first free throw, you could see it in her face, because she knew she has been missing a lot of free throws. She started focusing on it. She was 4 for 6 for the free throw. Boston, who was struggling from the free throw line, also hit her free throws. She was 2 for 2. Guess what? Mitchell, 2 for 2. Clark, 2 for 2. You know what I'm saying? Lexi Hall, 2 for 2. So that right there is when you hit your free throws and you make. Now, Clark was 3 from 12 from the 3-point line, but that was crucial in the first half, in the first quarter, because it set the tone. She was 7 for 17 from the field, so she had 17 shots. That's good. Mitchell had 14 shots. That's good. You want your two guards, especially when they scores, you want them to take shots. They really should be taking the most shots. Boston had 12 shots, but guess what? Boston finished with 18 points, though. You know what I'm saying? She was a plus 22. No, Melissa Smith was a plus 22. She was a plus 6. You know what I'm saying? Katie Lou was a minus 13, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that the more they get comfortable, they are going to be really hard to deal with. Really hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Let me go back over here real quick. Dang it. But I want to show y'all something real quick. Also, Caitlin Clark became the first to surpass in 22 games 350 points, 150 assists. And she also surpassed Sue Bird for the most double-doubles for a guard. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. 15. She had during that time, she had 15 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. But like I said, she's 22 years old in 22 games, whereas the number 22 made history scoring 19, 13, and 12. She played a game today. You know what I'm saying? She has the most double doubles with assists for a rookie in WNBA history. That's 3 times. She broke history 3 times today. 3 times she broke history. She had 4. She got 4 by Sue Bird. She was tied with Sue Bird, but she broke that now. And she got like what? They got like what, 18 games to go? 18 more games to go. That record is going to be way up there for a guard. It's going to be way up there. She probably had 10. It's just amazing to watch this young lady grow as the season went on. And the thing about it is, they was able to do this because they stuck together. See, Kelsey Mitchell, you know, she's a free agent at the end of the year. Same thing with Christy Wallace and no, not Christy Wallace, Erica Wheeler. And I listened to somebody this morning. He said, "Give Christy Size some time." Now, I still believe they need to get rid of the GM and get a real GM in there, because I think now Christy Size is starting to see you got to allow Caitlin to be that floor general. She's not going to hurt you. She's going to help you. She's like another coach on the floor. And while you sit there making sure she's, you know, you calling out plays and you giving her direction, she's going to make the right plays. She's going to set her teammates up. You can see now her teammates starting to trust her. Even when Kelsey Mitchell was getting a little erratic a little bit in the game, you see they had to find the ball back to Clark. They had to, because they had to calm things down and make sure things were. Now, they had a couple of shot clock violations and something they got to look back and clean up. But I'm gonna let y'all listen to Caitlin say after the game interview.
Caitlin, a bit of history this afternoon, but I know you are a team-first person, so I want to ask you about how you all played against this Liberty team that beat you all 3 times this season. A lot of growth for your group. What was the difference maker today?
Yeah, to be honest, they destroyed us all 3 prior matchups, so I think it adds a little chip on your shoulder. We didn't feel like we really gave them a good game, but this was a big one. I'm happy for our crowd, and I thought we were really resilient. I think we were down 6 with 3 minutes to play and made 2 big plays to tie the game up, and then held them to 3 points in the last 3 minutes, so pretty good basketball for us.
You mentioned resilience. What did you learn about this team today?
Never fell apart. I mean, we were up, 14 in the first quarter, second quarter, and they were going to go on their run. They made their runs, but we always just stayed together, and we found a way to respond and take the lead back.
The history for you now. The first rookie triple-double in WNBA history, and then the first for this franchise. What does that mean to you, Caitlin?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're playing good team basketball. Like, my teammates are finishing really well around the rim, and I want to find them. It would have been nice if I could have made a couple more threes. So they gave me some good looks, but just happy for our group. A great win, great for our fans, and that's just fun basketball.
I know your guy Ryan here is waiting with that game ball. What are you going to do with it?
I'll give it to my parents, tell them to put it in storage. I don't know. Maybe see it later in life.
Congratulations.
All right, you hear that? You hear how humble Caitlin is. She didn't even care about the triple-double record. All she was concerned about is the win over a number 1 seed. Now I'm gonna let you listen to her and Leo Boston
add on to that accomplishment.
Honestly, like I'm just happy we won. Like I've said, like I take a lot of pride in being able to do a lot of different things for this team. Like I want to be able to, I think we're really good when I can get the ball off the glass and just go in transition and find my teammates and set them up. But like obviously 13 assists, like that means my teammates made 13 shots off my passes. So that goes to them. But I mean, I don't know.
She's so humble, isn't she?
I don't know what to say. Like I mean, it's great. I don't know.
Cool, Caitlin.
Great job, sister.
We got time for 2 on Zoom. Mike Vopel, want to start?
And you know what's funny about that is because Caitlin is so humble, because this is new territory for her. Like when she was in college, it was easy. You know, she broke a bunch of records, boom, boom, boom. And I told y'all, when the SBs next Thursday drop, she's going to clean house. She's that girl. She's going to clean house. Now, I want y'all to listen to the locker room celebration where they finally Christy Size acknowledge her superstar of her accomplishments.
First time for a rookie to get a triple-double in franchise history.
That's appreciation. You see how now, like, I always say this: winning cures everything. When you're winning, it's good. When you're losing, it's not a good feeling because you absorb all your energy out. You absorb all your energy out, and it doesn't help. So this team was really dug in. They, like I said, they were resilient. They fought hard. They didn't allow the lead to beat them down like they did. Like I said, in the Aces game last week, they was down 5 going into with 3 minutes. When 3 minutes left in the third, going into the fourth, they was down 5. If they had pulled some strings together and stayed close, they probably would have won that game as well. Now they know that they can hang with a lot of these teams. They got to go out and just execute and continue to play their style of basketball. These games are going to be fun and exciting, and if they can string out wins, they definitely going to make noise in the playoffs. Now, I'm going to show my last clip of Chrissy Size, and then I'm going to end this video.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to make a case for my player. She's, first and foremost, she's the most competitive human being I've ever met. I really compare her to Diana Taurasi. She's always looking to find ways to get better. How can I help the team? What can we do? But she, she found a rhythm tonight. She's, the timing for our players is getting better every game. So some of the ones that, some of the shots that, those passes that she was making early, we just weren't ready for them. Now that chemistry is there, the timing is there, and that's going to keep getting better. But she just wants to win. She just wants to win. And to me, I mean, she's going to be my Rookie of the Year every day. Every day.
That's right. She's, to me, like I said, man, she's going to win Rookie of the Year. There ain't nothing that nobody can tell me. Yeah, it's going to be a nice race between her and Angel Reese, but what Caitlin Clark does for this team, it overshadows everything. Double-doubles is nice, being a rebounder is nice, but you're not going to expect for Angel Reese to score 27 points every night in and a night out. It just does. It's not like that. Caitlin Clark done had 2 30-point games. She done had 7 games with 20 points or more. She done had like 14 now games of 15 points or more. She's leading the league in assists. She should be now leading the league in 3-pointers right now. So she's leading stats. She's leading the league in probably 3 different type of categories. So what are we really talking about, folks? But hey, for the sake of argument, I'll play along with y'all. But like we always tell y'all, this girl is a generation player. When this girl runs the show and she pushing the pace, it's hard for teams to keep up with her because she likes to run. So with that being said, I'm gonna do another video tomorrow. Not one today. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow of another recap of the game and just not a tribute, but kind of like go over some of the stuff that we seen. But my hats off to Damaris Dantes. Like I say, I kept telling y'all, if y'all go back and watch some of my other videos, I kept telling you, Damaris Dantes is that person. And I'm going to tell you again, if Damaris Dantes gets some playing time in the next game and she starts knocking down shots on a consistent basis, it's going to be a problem. Because then you're going to have to really pay attention to her out on the 3-point line. She can hit them shots. And as soon as she stepped back there and hit that 3, I knew it was on. Shout out to Lexi Hole for playing an awesome game herself, man. Just coming there, being feisty, staying defense, doing the things that they needed to do. And hats off to the whole team, honestly. They played good together. They stayed together. They did the things they needed to do. And Chrissy Size, my hats off to you. You still got a lot of work to do, but you coached a pretty well game today. So I won't say amazing, but you coached a pretty good well game. You kept your rotations right. You called your timeouts when it was needed. I just did wish you had challenged that one play towards the end of the first half, because that could have gave y'all the ball and y'all could have went up probably about 4 or 5 points. But again, this is your boy Livewire Sports Media. Until then, I'm out. Peace.